All right. Here we are. Gillian. Of course, we gotta use the horn, right? Watch us roll 20 here. It's got an epic. One more chance. You got a 19. uh, I mean, what's better, rolling a 19 or rolling a 20 and then getting Essence of Creation? Oh, he's teasing it. He's got an artifact. He got an artifact. What? Like, yeah, like another dupe. All right. So, what do you guys want to see first? Gallery, all the new heroes. Like actual gameplay. We also have 500 dice. Got a lot of dice that they gave us. It looks like we do get the 80 guaranteed summon again, assuming this is correct. Oh, these are all the new Season 2 heroes right here, I guess. And all the new epics. This is another just choose your thing. Man, there's all sorts of banners. Any new rares? Not indicated here, but I don't know if... So that's kind of interesting that they do a banner exclusively. Is this where you use your like season pass? The banner rare pool is all the rares in the game. Is that banner? I don't know. So I'm wondering. No, it's planned for live. That's very interesting. So what are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna do this for the guaranteed 80? Or are you gonna do this? I feel like you're still better off just doing this, right? Unless you're a whale and you already have like all of the original legendaries and you only want new ones. I feel like you're still better off just doing basic. Check if it shows the summon pool for which this. I mean, it shows this. The normal doesn't have a pool. There's Silva. Yeah, I think it's better just to do this. And get your guaranteed 80. So where'd that Gillian? Did they give me all the heroes? Oh, I get them all. How about that? Count as pimp. Interesting. All right. That's cool. We did just play with everything. I don't even need to summon anything. So they added like information here, which is nice. You can see like wild burn very easily now. You'll probably do 35 on the season 2 banner and the rest on the basic banner. You get the free Lego at 80. Check filter. Did they give us anything good? Looks the same. Yeah, looks the same. But you can sort by burn and ice blast and whatnot. You pull on season 2 heroes, you'll get one burner. It's question how good that one hero is. Yeah, we gotta look at all these new heroes. Alright, let's go by affinity, and we'll just start. So we got Karf.
Pirates don't speak of the past. Only the future.
So one thing I noticed when I was briefly looking, the artwork's cool. All the heroes look cool. They also added this. You can see inspiration ranks now, without actually owning the hero. That's nice. This guy's a burn guy. His skill hits enemy inflicted with a burn, deals extra. Alright, so the burn is, that's right. The burn is like the one that like does damage around, right? The things are clumped together. Burn invokes explosion at the carrier's position every 10 seconds. That's a long time. Consuming one stack of burn and dealing 140 derivative damage to the carrier and surrounding enemies. It can stack up to 10 stacks. So it's kind of, it sucks that it's limited. It's not like you can explode 10 at once unless each stack is individual. But if it only pulses once every 10 seconds for this damage, like I wish it just pulsed for however many stacks you have. I guess it would be crazy. They did that. 6-hit battle skill. That's kind of crazy. Oh, captain, my captain. Alright, so he seems like a pretty basic burn guy. 3-hit. That's pretty good damage. That's like a Lothair almost Lothair level damage. Burn seems to be worse than them. If I'm understanding this correctly, it does not seem impressive. 140 damage every 10 seconds? That's kind of meh. But alright. No new supports. We just get 3 burn people, it looks like. This guy looks cool. Chestius. 30% attack aura. Oh, he had enough. I need to get Sonny to do his job. Now he's in a box. He's decided that he'd rather be in a box than in the hammock. Spell, and it's useless. Yeah, if you cleanse it. Then you pull and only get 1 burner and can't make a comp for anything. That's why it feels like it's better to pull on the 80 banner. Yeah. I definitely am going to be pulling on the 80 banner if this is how it's going to be. Alright, basic attack. Deals additional fire damage to the enemies and 3 adjacent tiles in front of the hero. Increase alt energy. Alright. Well, we know that's sometimes important with the Copper Dragon mechanic. I hate AoEs that are like this. They're always so limiting. So that's not good. There's a basic thing, flex burn. Alright, here we go. Dispels all the burn. Screen wide. 500% attack damage to them. Triggers blast on all enemies with each enemy as the blast center, doing an additional 190. For each stack of burn, the blast damage increased by 70. Holy moly! Increased by 75% for each stack of burn. Alright, this guy sounds actually disgusting with that ultimate. This sounds way better than just Yathalia. 75%? For each? Up to 10 stacks? That seems like that can be a ton of damage. You definitely don't want to be grouped up against these guys. But I do wonder, like, I mean, I guess all the dungeons are going to be different, right? So, burn in our current dungeons doesn't do shit because you just fight bosses. So, I'm guessing moving forward, we're going to have, like, ads to deal with on these new dungeons. We're going to need stuff like this. Alright, so he synergizes, right? Every time a burn's dispelled, he does an attack. Locks on, blah blah blah, chance of burn. Alright, diamond AoE, bomb, 3 times. Norse defense with their burns. And then he buffs everyone. Alright, so you can kind of see the gist between these 3 guys, right? Karf just puts up burns. Durem puts more burns, buffs, and then Asheshius nukes everything. We got some epics. Any new supports? It doesn't look like it. Just looks like some burn guys. I don't see any new defense or supports for fire.
How about bartering with
So yeah, still no healing. Yeah. Someone's a turret. What is that? Someone's a self-made turret at the target location for 20 seconds. The turret will attack enemies within range regularly. Alright. 50% chance to inflict burn. Wonder what the attack interval is. Alright, that could be interesting. Doesn't sound that great though.
Only losers will choose to please the
Crit
crowd.
damage, all battles. Your deals damage to enemy with basic attack, 30% chance of inflicting burn. That seems pretty good for application of burn, single target at least. He's an attack shield, so he's like a Usha. And then does damage. Alright. 10-second. I guess Usha's different though. Doesn't Usha get a 10-second shield on a 10-second cooldown? He's getting a 5-second shield on a 10-second cooldown. It's fire damage, again, AoE around him. Targets another burn, dispels burn. And every stack it just deals more damage. Alright, so he's like an epic version of the other guy. He's a low budget exclusive, yeah. We got Burnt Corin, named Lyle. Should just named him like Larry. For each enemy inflicted with burn on the field, the hero gains a stack of. Alright. For each enemy though, not for each stack, but for each enemy. Alright, got Chain Fireball. 100 damage each. Chance to do burn. Prioritizes targets not burned. Alright. 3x3. Blast. Dispels 1 stack of blast and triggers AoE damage dealt by burn once. So blast is different than Steve. So blast and burn are different. That's kind of interesting. Doesn't seem too great though. He seems pretty terrible. I don't know. That's it. That's it for fire, I guess. I don't see anything else. Fire, yeah, underwhelming. I don't want any of these fire guys. Any of the new ones. I mean, I guess this guy, if you get this guy, you can maybe make something magical. And maybe if you get Ashestius, it's a great name. Ashestius, like it's like Trichisua. This is gonna be Trichissua's go-to hero. Trichisua and Ashestius. And Arises, I think this guy could be alright. Beegs? Oh yeah, you're right. Burn. Every third basic attack, you can inflict burn. Alright. Another single target burn applier. Sucks an enemy. Throws incendiary and its signs? So weird. Striking an enemy within range 5 times. A 40% chance. Alright, so he just kind of puts out a lot of burns. He's just a burn enabler. If you have one of the burn, I don't know, finishers. I still feel like, I don't know, on paper it's looking like you need Airseas or you need Shestius to really make this work. The others don't seem too impressive on their own. Alright, let's do Frost. Frost is going to be fun. These guys looked cool. Alright, first let's look for new supports or defense. I don't see any new legendaries. I guess they just didn't want to add new supports or legendaries. I feel like I saw one somewhere. I want to say it was like Necro. There was a defense person or something. Yeah. So I guess we do get a couple, but not many. All right, so let's check out this Ice Blast. It's like just sort it, I guess, right? Make it easier. All right, so we got 7 Ice Blast people. Yeah. I was looking for if they added any new supports or defense.
Not again. Why won't
All right, so we got Beldel. Bell Delphine. Increase crit damage by 30%. All right, what is Ice Blast, first of all? Can we get... All right. So they do ice crystals. The carrier's battle skill will gain an additional effect. An ice crystal can stack up to 5 times. All right. It's interesting. Passive, the hero has ice crystals after casting a battle skill. Consumes 1 stack of ice crystal. Holy moly. 1 stack of ice crystal to cast skill again. So okay, you can spam the battle skill. Damage dealt increased by 25% up to 100%. The skill isn't triggered again within 3.5 seconds. The accumulated damage bonus is emptied. Alright, so you just want to be spamming this battle skill. Single target. Ignores shields, so that's probably going to be important. And then they gain 30% crit damage for 5 seconds each time they do it. Fire, Ice, Lightning got only damage dealers. The other ones got only support and tanks. Okay. And then I'm guessing for Season 3, that's probably going to reverse. Ice, Fire, and Lightning will get only support and tanks. And the other 3 will get whatever the new thingy is, if I had to guess. This doesn't seem this great or that great, but I'm assuming there's a reason for the ignore shield. I gotta imagine there's a boss or something that's putting up shields. And you're gonna want to ignore it. Strikes an enemy 3 times. So yeah, so ice crystal is like a buff for them. They do this thing and they gain an ice crystal buff. And then when she has ice crystals, the next time she casts her battle skill, she consumes the ice crystals to cast the battle skill again. Each time she casts it, it does 25% more damage, up to a max of 100%. And then if she goes 3.5 seconds without casting the battle skill, that damage accumulation is dropped. Her skill times are all normal. So I'm very curious how good that's actually going to be. But I wonder, alright. Alright, so there's Beldel. Check out Zorak. So he's got a different thing going on. When an ally casts a spell that consumes ice crystals, he fires an icicle at the current target, dealing some damage with a 50% chance of gaining ice crystal. Okay. That seems like a lot of damage. Fires single target again though. Consumes all the hero's ice crystals every stack. Launches an additional icicle. Alright, so it seems like that can hit really hard. Gets a lot of stacks. Ooh, 40% damage up. Not attack up. 40% damage up to all Ice Blast heroes, with a 100% chance of granting them 1 stack of ice crystals. Meanwhile, all Ice Blast allies gain the effect of his passive. Holy crap. Alright, so he's like Lorenthal on steroids. This guy, Zorak. If you're running Ice Blast, you want this guy. Feels like Wildmore. Rare level of base stats. This guy, yeah, it's pretty low. 25,000, 1100, 1300. Like, what's Lorenthal for comparison?
How does a
26, 13, 1600. So he's got 200 more defense and 300 and some more attack. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I mean, that's crazy. 40% damage up. And then he gives everyone the passive for 15 seconds. Ooh, I mean, that's basically 100% uptime. You give him a bunch of skill haste and whatnot. It's almost 100% uptime on this passive for everyone. Yeah. He almost seems required. But only Ice Blast allies? Yeah, but I mean generally you make a team, right? You bring your tank, you bring your healer, and then you bring your 3 synergized DPS. That's kind of the traditional way of doing it, right? I mean obviously this is like Vortex. This seems very Vortex. It's single target. This is going to be like the new Vortex comp.
Excuse me. I'm not good at singing.
At least if you have that guy, it will be. Alright, 40% attack Aura. Yeah, she looks really cool. Shinna. The hero has Ice Crystal after casting a battle skill. Cast it again. Just the same as the other dude. Beldel. When granting Ice Crystal to all Ice Blast allies, she gains 1.5% attack up. That lasts for 10 seconds. Up to 10 times. Okay. Generate a Frost Bomb after a brief channeling. Deal some damage. Generates an extra Frost Bomb for each stack. Each time a Frost Bomb hits a target, there's a 50% chance of granting 1 stack of Ice Crystal to an ally. Alright. Another screen-wide AoE. Continuously casts a spell for 6 seconds. During this period, every half second she does some damage with a 50 up to 65% chance of granting 1 stack of ice crystal. Alright, so she's just another person who's just dishing out ice crystals to everybody. Yeah, Ice Blast definitely sounds way more interesting than Burn. Burn seemed very underwhelming. Alright, so these guys seem pretty nice. Beldell seems like
You look upset. Is something troubling you?
she's the one that's gonna pop off, right? I don't know how you get the timing is weird though. It's like there's no one that resets the cooldown of the battle skill. So she does all her stuff in a row. She uses all her stacks. Battle skill goes on cooldown for 10-ish seconds. Yeah, but you can't get it to 5. I mean, that's 3.5. You lose the damage bonus at 3.5 seconds. So yeah, unless there's a way that she can like trigger her battle skill outside of the recharge time, it's kind of a weird kit. Basically, it's just like, I guess, just for that. I don't even know why this is 3.5 seconds. Like, this could be 1 second and it'd be like the same effects. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. The ice crystals, yeah, but like, that's only when she fires her battle skill. So when she uses her battle skill, she can do it multiple times, but then once she's out of ice crystals, it's on cooldown for 10 or whatever seconds. So it's like, what's even the point of this 3.5 second timer? Like, how does that ever come into play? This could just be 1 second and it'd be the same effect. It's such a specific time. It's weird. I don't know. We'll keep looking. See what these epics do. Yeah, Girthin. They're giving all these guys good auras. Well, I guess that's dungeon only, but maybe to cover the cast animation. Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, we can play around with all these heroes. I have them all, so we can test that kind of stuff. It's like each battle skill does more when using ice. Yeah, so it's like the first one does normal damage. Say she has like 3 stacks, right? She does it 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. She does it 4 times, and each additional time is plus 25% damage. But it's weird that it's written that it's like she holds that 75% damage amplifier for 3.5 seconds. But it's like once she's done with her ice crystals and that skill is officially on cooldown, how the heck do you get her to use her battle skill within 3.5 seconds again? Like, that's just going to drop off every time. Which is why I'm like, why is it even written that way? That's what I'm kind of wondering. The hero has ice crystals after consuming a battle skill, consumes 1 stack of ice crystals, cast skill again. So she's like the same way. She has the crit damage up as well. Strikes an enemy twice each. Damn, that's a lot of damage. 290 times 2. And she's getting a crit damage bonus and a crit rate bonus. Gains 1 stack of ice crystal immediately if the skill kills an enemy. Huh. That's fun. I wonder if that can chain. Like, if she kills an enemy, gets a stack, does that count and lets her cast the skill again? And she can just be like, bam, 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 and just kill everything? This is more like Carman, right? Everyone uses Carman in the arena to one-shot. Carman is 420. She's 580. 580 damage. Plus the crit damage up. Plus the crit rate up. I mean, that's crazy. Like, she could just one-shot an entire team in arena. Just bam, 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 bam. Jumps toward an enemy, dealing 780 cold damage and gaining 1 stack of ice crystal. Yeah, she does not. Yeah, she's not an assassin type. But I mean, that's a ton of damage with all the amplifiers she's getting as well. So that could be very interesting. Look at this guy.
Knows the bottom of the sea better than I do.
He looks like Donald Sutherland if he was a gnome. He's got Donald Sutherland's face. Nice pipe, yeah. The hero has Ice Crystal after casting a battle skill. He casts it again. Okay, same thing. His battle skill. When they say this, the hero's skill, do they mean either of these? Ultimate skill? Because they just call this ultimate, not ultimate skill. They only call this the battle skill. But it's weird that they say battle skill here, but here they just say skill. Has anyone ever noticed? You think skill means both? That's what I've always assumed. But they really should make this say ultimate skill then, if that's the case. Gotta test to be certain. Alright, but yeah, so he's got a 50% chance to ignore defense. That's just permanently, I guess. Alright. 3 hits at 80. That's kind of meh. Increase the damage of skill by 10% each time this is cast in battle, and this effect stacks up to 10 times. And that's permanent. Alright. So it'd be 160 times 3, I guess. Once he gets this maxed. Which still isn't that great. He's ignoring some defense, though. Alright, AoE 3x3, 720 damage to enemies within range, 75% chance of gaining in 1 stack. Alright, he seems kind of meh. Because it depends how good this, but it's only 50% chance, right? He's like a really mini Oster. Literally and figuratively. Alright, check out Bledin. All battle HP aura. Same thing. Ice Crystal recast battle skill. 180 times 3 equals 540 times number of ice crystals. Yes. With a 50% chance to ignore 30% defense per hit. So yeah, late battle, I mean, that seems decent, but I don't know. Some of the others seems better. But I guess it depends how much weight that ignore defense can do. When his skill triggers a critical hit, there's a 20%. Ooh. That's nice. Obviously, we can get heroes to 100% crit, so you buff that to 30%. So every 3, I guess it's his skills, though, not basic. All right. Strikes the enemy twice, each dealing 190 with an additional. All right, so he's got 20% extra hit crit chance. Same here. So we need to build him to 80% crit rate. And that's just damage, nothing special, just two 190s. Grants himself attack up for 10 seconds and 2 stacks of ice. Oh, 2. Okay, so he does it to the hero with the highest attack. Okay. The attack up and the ice crystals. I think they meant to say ice blast here instead of ice crystal twice. It strikes the enemy 3 times, each dealing 260 with an additional crit rate. Alright, I mean, that's okay. I'm not sure I would bring him over some of the other guys, but could be good. He seems a little better on. I feel like he's one of those guys who's better on paper than in actuality. But all right, this guy's name is just Nord. Same thing with Ice Crystal, and then when he deals damage, there's a 20% chance of granting 1 stack. So he deals damage. I feel like already he's better. Strikes enemy twice. 210. AoE in front of him 700 with a 100% chance of gaining 1 sec. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is way easier to control. Be interesting, him versus the other guy. Alright. Let's check out the lightning people now. So it should just be only the Thunderbolt people that are new. Looks like it. They get 7 too? No, they only get 6.
Hey, watch it! A taste of this doohickey in my hand sure ain't sweet.
That's cool. I didn't realize they had a little video. This type of hero is good at inflicting electrocuted. Enemies inflicted with electrocuted periodically cause lightning strikes, dealing damage to multiple enemies inflicted with electrocuted. Alright. So we got Nissa. Another 45% attack aura in the special modes. Start of combat releases a mechanical creature to follow the nearest enemy, keeping them inflicted with electrocuted. When the target dies, follows. I wonder if the mechanical creature can die if it's like a pet. I assume not, because usually don't they have like a health bar or something here? So I'm assuming this is like Premsta's summons where they can't be targeted, can't be damaged, can't die. Sounds like Danella's, yeah. Evokes a lightning, so electrocuted evokes a lightning chain every 4 seconds, dealing 35% derivative damage to the carrier. See, this is so much better than burn. Like, burn is every 10 seconds. That's way too long. Alright. Battle skill, 450 lightning damage. Burn was 130 damage though. Yeah, but it was only around it. We'll test it, but this sounds like it's gonna jump. So it sounds like you'll pretty much always get 4 targets. Whereas burn, they have to be standing next to each other. I don't know. The burn finishers were nice, like a Shestius. I mean, his ultimate seems like it will do a lot of damage, but alright, a battle skill, 450 lightning damage, 70% chance of electrocuted for 8 seconds, then triggers Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt just does the electrocuted damage 1 time, instantly. Okay. So it looks like electrocuted is not stack based. It is either you are electrocuted or you are not. Diamond AoE. Moves a mechanical creature around. When the enemy is inflicted with electrocuted, mechanical creatures trigger Thunderbolt on them 2 times. These guys are all about the derivative damage. And then it deals to everything within the electric field. Alright. Definitely got to play with these guys to see how good they actually are. Bakute, wow, look at this guy. It's freaking Zeus. He's badass looking. The sparks fly off. Imagine what this is gonna look like in battle when he's like spinning this thing around. You see sparks flying everywhere. Okay, in Lithuanian language, Perkūnas is a thunder god. Thunder of order. Yeah, I don't know the thunder of order, but this guy's cool. I already want him. Ooh, he's an arena guy. Attacking arena. Alright, now this is a book. When on the field, the hero gains 1 stack of Overwhelm with an unlimited duration whenever electrocuted is triggered. This cannot be dispelled and is capped at 30 stacks. At the same time, the hero casts a lightning, dealing 40% lightning damage to the enemy with the lowest HP. Damn, so he's like a ranged assassin? Yeah, a lightning. The fewer enemies on the field, the higher the damage, up to 500% of base damage. What the hell? Where does it talk about overwhelm? Alright, there it is on the ultimate. Okay. Battle skill, diamond AoE battle skill. 50% chance to do electrocuted for 8 seconds, and then triggers Thunderbolt immediately. Screen wide AoE, there it is. Strikes all enemies twice, each triggering Thunderbolt once. 275 damage, and then for each stack of Overwhelm, increases damage by 3%. So that's up to 90%, right? 30 stacks? So up to a 90% damage increase. Oh, but he loses it. Okay. So it's only for that one alt. Still, though, he seems like he'd be pretty damn good. I really wish these inspiration ranks were like more achievable. Like I want to be excited by them, but I know there's no way in hell I will ever get a single hero to rank 5 inspiration under the current system. Literally, I'll play this game for 5 years. It's not going to happen. It's pretty cool though. Every time the passive is triggered, he targets the 2 enemies. Like that's huge. And if it's only 1 enemy, then he ignores 50% of their defense. Like what? Like a whole new league. Yeah, this guy's awesome. I'd love to have him. He's my favorite so far by far. Alright, now we got Shinechan. These names are killing me, man. Where's the easy names? Rap God. Alright, so we got another like Lothair type in Enlightenment Aura. Yeah, that's a cool weapon. I like his claws too. His gauntlets. Just call him Shia LaBeouf. Uses lightning to strike up to 2 random enemies inflicted with electrocuted every 4 seconds. So he's just pulsing that the whole fight. Deals damage, 70% chance of inflicting. So that's interesting. So if they're already electrocuted every 4 seconds, he can just like re-electrocute them. Alright, that could be interesting. That seems like a lot of damage. 2400 enlightenment damage plus 200% attack. Up to 2 enemies. 100% chance of inflicting electrocuted for 8 seconds. Alright. So he is setting up Thunder God. Whatever his name was. I don't even remember. Perku something. But he's like setting that dude up. Grants 50% attack to all Thunderbolt allies for 10 seconds. Then deals 420 times or plus 4600 enlightenment. God damn. This 100% chance. Man. Alright. That's a nasty combo. Shia LaBeouf and Thunder of Order guy. You see them on an arena team. Watch out. That is gonna be a nasty duo. Alright, now we got this guy. He doesn't look as cool. Comes the Thunder of Order. Oh, here you go. There's a battle skill reduction. Doesn't have anything to do with Frost, but That's new. When the enemy's electrocuted is triggered, reduces his battle skill recharge time by 10%, but only once every 3 seconds. He left his lightning bolt at home. So you got a 3x3, 320 damage. Really quick initial cast time. That's crazy. That's really low, right? 3 seconds? Only a 60% chance for electrocuted? Alright. He's got the triangle AoE. 20% attack up for 10 seconds. 4% lightning damage to everyone in here. If they are electrocuted, he deals 450 additional damage and triggers Thunderbolt once. That could be actually pretty damn good. So if they're electrocuted, so you do something and get them all electrocuted, and then he's doing 850 damage after giving himself 20% attack up. And then he does Thunderbolt. Alright. And it will reduce his battle skill, so then he does his battle skill again. Well, it's only 10%, but... Alright, that guy could be interesting.
The machine billowing smoke? That wasn't me.
We got Manda. Hero and the turret. Alright, so she's spawning turrets. Shoot enemies not inflicted with electrocuted. In addition, each time the hero and spray and pray. Each time the hero and the turrets inflict electrocuted, each turret gains 1 stack of attack up to 10 stacks. A newly created turret will inherit all attack up stacks previously gained. 10%, so you can double the attack. Alright. That is a lot. Summons a turret, which occupies 1 tile on the battlefield and has a certain amount of HP with unlimited duration. It will attack enemies at regular intervals. There can be up to 2 turrets on the battlefield at the same time. When the turret number reaches the upper limit, cast this skill to fully restore HP for the turret with the lowest current HP. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I've seen other games do stuff like that. It's kind of cool. So just doing 100% chance, but it can get up to 200%, right? Because you're getting the attack up. And then a 20% chance of doing electrocuted. Again, though, I wish we could see the attack speed. They need to give us, like, stats for this. Like, how much HP, how much defense, how much attack speed. That'd be nice. Alright, screen wide. Attack speed up 50%. Attack up 20% to all turrets. There's only going to be 2, so okay. And then the chance to increase. Alright, so she's basically, literally her only job is to put out electrocution. So she's like the poor man's version of applying electrocution. She's like Ulia. Alright, then we got this guy. Or girl, I don't know. Or Ariaso? Ariaso Mr. Roboto? Reach enemy. Where are their pants? Right there. She don't need no pants. Reach enemy inflicted with electrocuted. She gains 5% attack up to 10 stacks. You can fight up to 10 enemies? Alright. Be curious to see these bosses. Deals lightning damage to the target. We don't need to know that, Lucas. If the target is inflicted with electrocuted, triggers a thunderbolt once. Alright. 3x3 in front of her. 660 damage. 50% chance of inflicting. Alright, this person's pretty basic, but it's a rare, so, you know. Alright, let's check out the other new heroes. So we got Quasitia. We got Dulk. I think that's it for legendaries. We got Kurza. I think that's it. All right. This person looks really awesome. It's like a dark elf Kerrigan. That sword. All right, defense and arena. When she takes damage, 24% chance of inflicting recharging speed penalty for 5 seconds. And she takes 30% less damage with basic attacks. Alright, so Dauntless will never kill her. Ever. She's the anti-Dauntless hero. Drags. That's what I've been wanting. I have been wanting a pull. That is awesome. Drags the farthest enemy towards her. 335 damage. I want her so bad. I've wanted, that was like the number one mechanic in this game I wanted since day one. Is like a pull, some sort of pull. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. 100% chance when booked to fear and knock up for 3 seconds. And 100% chance for healing prohibition. Man, that is one of the nastiest battle skills in the game. She sounds amazing so far. What's his ultimate? Alright, we got triangle. 3 hits at 270 damage. Reduces their ultimate by 10% while granting her healing. And a third attack has a 100% chance of inflicting knockup on the enemies and a 100% chance. Oh my god. She's insane. She's disgusting. Takes, and then if you inspire her, takes 20% less crit damage. She gets a 15% damage bonus when her HP is higher than 85%. Crit rate, crit damage, 30% more HP, and then ignore 30% of resistance. Man. That is nasty. Looks like a skip match in PvP. Yeah, I can't wait to fight someone with a rank 5 inspired of her. Wow. That is insane. So far, her and the lightning thunder of order god are my top 2. She's insane. Alright, let's check out Dulk. Accuracy in arena. His passive attacks the enemy with the highest attack at the start of combat, dealing 320 damage. And making that target to inflict it with 30 stacks of attack penalty. The target loses 1 stack of attack penalty. Alright, so it's like anti-Sigrid. Don't use Sigrid against this guy. Interesting. Okay. Let's say 1 second. Wow. 30 seconds of attack penalty. I know, 320 damage? I mean, his base attack is not that high, but... Alright, his inspiration doesn't make him hit any harder, at least, other than this, the 8% attack. But that's interesting. Battle skill, again, he's targeting the highest attack person. And then he does more attack penalty. What? Hero gains accuracy bonus, then deals 820 damage to the enemy with the highest HP, reducing their ultimate energy by 30 with a 70% chance of inflicting banished. The target will disappear temporarily. So you can like bypass a tank. So if they put like some crazy tank up there, he can banish it and then all your guys start attacking the back line. Alright, this guy sounds sick. Look at the initial cast time too, 11 seconds. He is fast. So like right off the bat, within 7-ish seconds of the fight, your person with the highest attack is like probably already dead. And then whoever's left, he's gonna banish the tank, and then they're gonna die because you're gonna have no tank anymore. That's a pretty nasty kit. All right, that's pretty interesting. Then we got Kurza,
I prefer taking lives over
the
silver.
Overkiller. The hero gains 15% ultimate energy whenever an ally is inflicted with a debuff. Once every 5 seconds, though. Alright, so an AoE around her. Shield Prohibition, there it is. Was wondering when we would get something like that. Deals 310 damage around her with a booked 100% chance of inflicting Shield Prohibition. So she's like anti-tank, right? You got your tank up there, she's on it. 5 seconds into the fight, no shields. So like battle skill shields won't land. So say they have like Vinyara, right? Vinyara's battle skill will be too slow. They'll have shield prohibition and not get it. Alright, single target, 3 hits, each with a booked 75% chance of recharge speed penalty. Meanwhile, the third attack will have a 100% chance of attack penalty too. Alright, that's a pretty damn useful ultimate for bosses. So she's going to be really, really good for bosses. I mean, you can see it right now. This person is going to be amazing for some of these new bosses, absolutely. There's got to be a boss that does shields that this is going to be useful for, and then this is an amazing ultimate. You get guaranteed attack penalty and a high chance, almost guaranteed chance of recharge speed penalty. Good damage too, 300 times 3. And 310 on the ultimate. And she's getting ultimate energy when debuffs are inflicted. She's pretty cool. All these Necrosis heroes are actually really good, I feel like. Alright, so let's check out what we got new for Radiant. We got Ardreth. Oh, they gave us Rose. That's funny. Alright, so we got Ardreth, Rose, and Phasa. Nothing new for epics. I don't think any of these are new. He's not new, is he?
Sometimes the warmth of a campfire reminds me of the
I
folks
don't think
back
so.
home.
I think we've had Austin.
A lance knows no mercy.
Ooh. That looks interesting. Defense in all battles. After the battle starts, the hero gains 1 stack of blessing every 5 seconds. Every stack of blessing increases her defense by 3% and resistance by 10. Damn. It is permanent, cannot be dispelled up to 10 stacks. So she can have 30 extra defense and 50 more resistance, or 100 more resistance. And when she reaches 10 stacks, she grants 10 stacks to all allies. What? She's the new Utior? Well, she already is 100 times better than Utior. Even if she didn't even have a battle skill and she didn't have an ultimate, she'd be better. Like literally, if battle skill and ultimate did not exist, she's already better than Utior. She's already more usable. Heals the ally with the lowest percentage of HP by 280 defense. She's like Garius on crack. And grants defense up 2 for 5 seconds. Man, when the skill is cast on someone below 50% HP, healing is increased by 30%, and she has a built-in mirror artifact, and reduces the recharge time for the target's next battle. My gosh, that is disgusting. We got a fast ultimate. Look at that charge time. Screen wide. Enhances the hero for 10 seconds. Increases all allies' healing received by 50% in the duration. And increases the hero's basic attack, dealing 300% radiant damage each time. When enhanced, each of the hero's basic attacks grants the ally with the lowest HP with 180% defense healing and has a 100% chance of dispelling a debuff from them. Holy, how do you inspire this person? Wow. When granting a buff, there is a 70% chance of extending its duration by 30%, an extra 30% defense, and a 35% chance to be immune to control. Wow. That's disgusting. Yeah, I guess you guys are saying she's the new. Yeah, there she is. Well, they heard us loud and clear about Utior. The ult doesn't seem impressive. The heal on basic attacks? That is crazy impressive.
A lance knows no mercy.
She's healing 180% defense every basic attack. No one's gonna die. And dispels a debuff from them. Every basic attack for 10 seconds on a 16-second cooldown. I mean, that's insane. And she's healing for 50% more, so it's 180 times 50%. 2-second attack interval? I mean, you could just give her some attack speed. I don't know. She is disgustingly good, in my opinion.
Hey, let's take turns.
We got Rose, the encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia of Adenthia. Appendix included.
Yeah, she's gonna be Garius, but like 3 times better. When the hero has a buff, the enemy cannot resist debuffs inflicted by her. Wow. Okay, so she doesn't need accuracy. So that's disgusting right off the bat. Put her on a buff team, she doesn't need accuracy. It's a really cool staff, actually. You know, their art team is off the charts. Like, from launch, their art has been phenomenal. And I feel like all these characters, like, I love the details, right? Like, just look at the robe, like all the, I don't know what you call that, embroidery or something? I don't know. But, like, you can see how it's like, you know, good lighting, the texture on the robe, all little details. Very, very, very good art. Hey there, Crockett. All right, so that hits hard. 250 attack, 2400 enlightenment, 3x3. When booked, 100% chance, recharge speed penalty, and then 20% more enlightenment for herself. Okay. Screen wide, cast the spell 4 times, each dealing 80 attack, 800 enlightenment to a random enemy and the enemies around it. What? With a 75% chance, I'm assuming booked, so 100% chance to inflict attack penalty 2. Meanwhile, she heals allies surrounding the random enemy by 4% of the target's max HP and 600% enlightenment. With a 100% chance of dispelling one debuff, the hero casts the spell 1 extra time for every 100 enlightenment they have, up to 6 times. Wow. She's got really big feet. How big her feet are. She's got She's got bigger shoes than I have. She's got shoes on. I was like, I know that's blasphemous. Since when do hobbits wear shoes? Yeah, she seems really good. And obviously you pair her with people who buff, right? And then you just don't need any accuracy. You can just build her for max enlightenment. No accuracy. And she can still land her debuffs. That is pretty nasty. When she takes damage equal to 20% of her max HP, has a 50% chance of dispelling a debuff on her. When she grants a buff, 70% chance of extending its duration. Enlightenment, defense, and then buffs that her battle skill can't be dispelled. Alright. Have you seen the event tank you can get? Yeah, we were just looking at her. Ardreth, she sounds like incredible. It's like Garius, but 3 times better. The fact that like everyone is gonna get her is kind of crazy. They definitely heard us loud and clear about Utur. They're like, we'll give you a damn good hero if that's what you want. Alright, we got Beza. Man, all these heroes look so cool. The Arc Kith. We are getting scrolls per month now. What do you mean? Yeah, so we can still get the old season exclusives. Which shop? Which shop? There's like 30 shops. Does accuracy impact artifact? Yes. If you want to land a debuff from an artifact, you need accuracy. Did I do the guy holding a decapitated head? I don't think so. He must be poisoned. Oh, the store. This? We can do that live. This is on live server. I've been buying them. Is what we're talking about? Oh, you mean Scholar Scrolls. Oh, okay. Alright, that's nice. I'm actually glad they didn't increase these prices. That's nice. Alliance rally ticket. Oh, just make a new rally or a new alliance. All right, let's look at Phasa. All right, 50 accuracy all battles. Increase the success rate for all allies to grant buffs or inflict debuffs by 20%. Okay, that's interesting. And decrease the success rate for all. Wow. The effect will not expire when she dies. All right, well that's incredibly useful for a lot of different things. Huh. That could make some things very interesting. That could make heroes that generally aren't that great now like usable. Like say there was someone who like you couldn't get their effect to 100%, right? And you're like Ripicus, right? I guess not Ripicus. He's a little different. He's doing random. I don't know. There's someone out there who's gonna benefit from that. Screen wide. Wow, that's really good for a battle. Damage delay. 40% of damage taken is deducted gradually for 5 seconds instead. Wow. Another screen wide. That's kind of interesting. So she'll have a 95% chance of inflicting blind and recharge speed penalty. And then debuff immunity for everyone. Okay. I don't know. As cool as she sounds, I'm not sure you spend one of your team slots for her. 75, but you're getting the plus 20. So it'd be 95. She increases all your buff and debuff chances by 20% for everyone on the team. Hey there, Calvis. I don't know. She seems. I feel like if she had one more thing, like a heal or a cleanse. I guess it's fast, 12 seconds. So the goal would be you go first, put up debuff immunity before you get hit with debuffs. I don't know. Her passive is cool, but I'm not sure how functional it is. This could be really interesting. Man, I really wish it was easier to get inspiration ranks. I hope they change that at some point. I wish everyone, if you just play each season, you get some form of guaranteed way to like a universal inspiration increaser. So if you have one hero that you really like, you know, over the course of 2 or 3 seasons, you could take them to Inspiration 5 if you wanted to. Yeah, an inspiration currency. I think that would be really nice to add to this game. It's such a wasted thing. Like, it's such a cool system that literally 99.9% of the player base will never be able to use. I mean, that's not even an exaggeration. Probably 1 in 1,000 actual players has an inspired hero. All right, last but not least, poison. Got Malik, Stegamuffin. We got Stegamuffin. What are these names? He was the guy in the cave? Oh yeah, he was. And then what else? Gotta be someone else. Gelid. What the hell is this Stegamuffin? He's the Muffin Man. Who's the dude with the head? Oh, this guy. Okay. That's interesting. Again with the like the blood splatter. The Warden of Bones. Yeah, he's got like, isn't this Ashkandi, right? He's got corrupted Ashkandi. Doesn't that look like Ashkandi? Two-handed sword from Blackwing Lair, but like corrupted. Defense in arena, all right. Torn, yeah. Yeah, the poison's cool. He's a rogue with Ashkandi. When afflicted with control or ultimate down, he gains ultimate energy and heals. Wow. Only once every 2 seconds, but that's crazy. If the hero fails to resist control or ultimate down, there's an extra 40% chance. 50, he just nullifies it. Anti-Garrica, yeah. Deals 240 attack, 6% HP. Alright, so he's dealing HP. Which is interesting that they gave him a defense aura. Then he heals again. And his healing is doubled if the enemy has a debuff. Wow. He's gonna be unkillable. Huh. Alright, Diamond AoE. Dispels all control from allies and grants them control immunity. Alright, so we get another control immunity. For 10 seconds. Meanwhile, deals... Alright, so that's... Alright, so I'm assuming it's like Adolphus's. You target the enemies, but the beneficial effect is your whole team. Is screen wide. So he nukes the enemies, and then he does the control and control immunity for all allies. Damn, and he does attack penalty? He sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Sounds almost unkillable. That's crazy. That coupled with this, that's so much healing. And he's putting attack penalty 2 up. And people are control immune. Although I guess he has to be inflicted by this. So in order to heal, he has to actually get hit by the control or ultimate down. So if he has control immunity, he's not going to get hit by it, I assume. Because it doesn't say when targeted or what, it says inflicted by. So I guess the passive might not be that great in some situations. It depends what you're trying to use it against. Now, someone like Garrica, yeah. Garrica in a stun set, this is a great mitigation because the ultimate down, there's no way to resist that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we got the Muffin Man. That looks awkward. All right. 30% attack aura. That's a lot. When the hero deals damage to an enemy, there is a 25% chance of inflicting a random debuff for 5 seconds. But he has really bad basic attack speed. Alright. Single target, 300% attack damage to the enemy with the highest attack. Alright, so it's like another one of those guys. Marking it for 6 seconds during this time, the hero will shoot an additional arrow at them when launching a basic attack. Yeah, they really screwed him by giving him such high attack speed. If he had a 2-second attack speed, he'd be much more interesting. For legendary, that's really bad, I feel like. Alright, summons a magic nexus that lasts 8 seconds, dealing some poison damage. That's very low damage. That is some Drist-esque damage right there. To enemies within range every 1 second. While the magic nexus exists, enemies who die cannot be resurrected. He goes fast, so he goes before your nukers. Yeah, I don't know. This guy is... He's like a DPS version of Talwer. Seems like it could be good, but it sounds terrible. It's just too much, like, too many contingencies. I don't know. You're not going to be able to use him consistently for anything. The only plus side is that if you get good RNG, you could land, like, literally, like, 4 debuffs on someone, right? Which would be kind of crazy. But I don't know. I would like to see if someone can make good use of him. And then Gelid, I think, is the last guy here. That's a terrible aura. Only 50 accuracy and only in City of Trials, which is Faye and... What's wrong with his face? It looks like he's wearing a mask. His face doesn't move. This guy's creepy. You have nightmares of this guy. Basic attack triggers a toxic blast. Accuracy penalty 1. As an epic? Only 50% chance? I guess it's basic attack, so I mean, okay. Single target, 70% chance of inflicting stun for 3 seconds, 100% chance. Okay, you can book it to 100. So 100% chance of stun, 100% chance of knockback, 1 tile. Okay. And then again, stun and knockback. I don't know why you'd ever use this guy. I guess he does some damage. I guess the knockback could be interesting. Push the tanks back, and then you can get access to the bot. Seems very good against bosses. I guess it just depends. I mean, generally, you're not relying on accuracy penalty to resist stuff, right? You're relying on debuff immunity or cleansing. So you'd have to build an entire team around. I mean, you still need resistance, right? So you got to bring everyone. You have to bring everyone with resistance, or you just bring, or you replace this guy with someone who does debuff immunity, and then you're guaranteed to always be immune. He does have very good attack speed, though. Yeah, AoE basic attack. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he could do decent damage, and then the pushback could be interesting. I mean, we've seen people use Gardrus before on wave clearing, and you can do some interesting stuff when you push everyone back, right? You clump them up for AoE. Now, Gardrus is a little better of a knockback, but this guy could get there in like one or two ultimates, get everything pushed back. I mean, it's a 5-second stun guaranteed. It's not bad. But if you can survive long enough and he pushes everything back to the edge and they're all clumped up, and then every ultimate he's stunning for 5 seconds and stunning single target for 3 seconds, and then clobbering everything with an AoE, I mean, he could be decent in some situations. Imagine 5 of these in Fae. They did us dirty. They gave us 6 Gardrus. Imagine 6 of these guys. Alright, so there is all the new heroes. There are definitely some really good ones. I think my most desired is her. I think she's my number 1. I love this battle skill. This is an amazing battle skill. And then the rest of her kit is amazing. Looks like Kerrigan, yeah. A dark elf Kerrigan with a badass sword. She's my favorite. This guy just looks like a badass, so he's probably my second favorite. What does she do? So she's the first hero that we've gotten. Whoops. That does a pull. So she will pull the furthest enemy towards her. And then she fears them, and then she knocks them up, and she does healing prohibition. And then her ultimate is a triangle. 3 hit, 270 damage, reduces ultimate, she heals herself, she knocks them up, and she does attack penalty. And then her passive, when she takes damage, 35% chance of inflicting recharge speed penalty, and she takes 30% less damage from basic attacks. And you're getting 45% defense R in arena. So I don't know. She sounds like a lot of fun that you could do a lot of cool shit with. Like anytime there's a hero with a unique thing, like they're the only hero in the game that does it, you know it's going to be useful somewhere. Have I seen the kit for Doc yet? Yes. He's pretty damn good too. So right off the bat, he hits the person with the highest attack for 320 damage, and then 30 stacks of 1% attack penalty that decay 1 second, 1 stack per second for 30 seconds. And his battle skill is another 350 damage to the highest attack with, if you book it, 100% attack penalty. And then the ultimate, he banishes the tank basically, or whoever has the highest HP. Yeah, he's pretty cool, pretty interesting. The looks are taking inspiration from Blizzard. And then I really like her.
Strength alone
I
cannot
think she's gonna be an insane tank. The fact that everyone gets her, that's gonna be kind of crazy. You're gonna whenever this event is over, you're gonna see her in every like arena team if they don't have better heroes. Taking inspiration from Blizzard? I mean, I guess. I think everyone kind of takes. It's all D&D based. I mean, Blizzard is largely based a lot on D&D with some twists. I mean, we're not seeing night elves and shit around here. I mean, I know people call they'll call this guy a Tauren, but I mean, he's a Minotaur. Like, Dungeons and Dragons existed long before Blizzard. Minotaurs have been very popular in D&D. Dark elves, very popular. So I don't know. I feel like they all overlap to some degree, but I don't think I look at any of this and I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely from Blizzard. Yeah, some